What is reactivity, right? There's this idea floating around, I don't know where it came from, that reactivity means that you like explode or you have some huge emotional outburst. And that's, of course, one version of reactivity where your emotions kind of boil over and you get reactive and you really express it outwardly. But I'm seeing this and again, this is a lot of this is coming from the couples I'm working with. The women are like, I'm not really sure. Like his version of reactivity is he stonewalls or he disappears or he ejects from the conversation. Like he's there, his body's still there, but he's gone. That is also reactivity. So stonewalling and shrinking away and disappearing and shutting down, those are just other versions of reactivity. And I think the more insidious undertone is that, that's a better kind of reactivity. And that's what I hear the men maybe not saying out loud, but certainly implying is that, okay, so being calm and disassociating or being calm and shutting down or stonewalling, those are better versions of reactivity. And they're not. They're not. In fact, in many ways, they're almost fully disembodied versions because they involve shutting down or they involve stonewalling or in many ways, shrinking away and disappearing. And so what I want to point out is that reactivity shows up in so many ways, and there is no right or wrong or better or worse version of reactivity. Of course, I'm not talking about things like physical violence or abuse. Of course, those are horrible forms of reactivity. But in normal day-to-day affairs, what I really want to drill home, especially for the men, is that you're thinking that calm or your chill or your stonewall version of reactivity might be better than her more expressive reactivity. It's not better. It's the same, and in many cases it's worse because you've completely left your body while you do it. And so the work is really to come home to your own body, to find harmony between your own body and mind, and to really start to find ways to be responsive. I've got a whole video on managing reactivity and the two core capacities I see around awareness and sensitivity, but I really want to point out that calm, stonewall, disassociated you is not better than some fully expressed version of reactivity that might be coming from your partner.